I should have shared myself out. Here I am today for a fabulous Friday. It's Friday for real. I'm gonna be slow today, probably, but hey, it's all good. I'm here. Are you here? I appreciate the thumbs up, y'all. Come on in if you're watching the rewatch. Hit it for me. Come on in. Give me a good full watch. I appreciate it, y'all. Thank you. I could play Friday music. Good afternoon, Mike Smith, 5x5. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for coming in today. Appreciate that a whole lot. Super Dave, what you going to talk about today? I don't know. I kind of got an idea, but yeah. Hello, Misty from East Tennessee. I've always camped that way, you know. Overlooking North Carolina. You can see Tennessee and East Tennessee from North Carolina. You really can. Hello, Colin. What's going on, y'all? Good afternoon. Dutton's Grand Friday, man. Hello, Lynette. Good morning, Super Dave. Good morning. Good morning to you. I'm trying to share myself out. I don't even know why, but because I normally haven't been doing that, and it's turned out great, you know. So yeah, I'll do it one time. One time is enough. One time is enough for me. Yeah, I got something to back up what I was talking about before. We'll get into it in a few minutes. I have people out here sending me stuff. Y'all come on in and get your Friday groove going, y'all.
Shadows crawl on the sidewalk cracks. City hums, but it don't give back. What's left to lose? What's left to prove? Hands in my pockets, nothing to move. Super Dave, perfect far, yeah, we're alive. Groove and move and let it ride. It's all good, it's all fun. Love burns hotter than the wire.
For real.
Love burns hotter than the wire.
Good afternoon.
Flickers on a sleepless street.
Hello, Lynette.
Broken bottles.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Don't talk too loud. Don't dream too
That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Hit that thumbs up, y'all. Come on in. It's Friday. Yeah, it is. It's Friday. Groove and move and let it ride. It's all good. I appreciate it, y'all. Thank you. Get your groove on, y'all. I'm like, man, I just got in the studio, y'all. I gotta turn my spotlight on, y'all. All right. Here I am. We're alive. Move and groove and let it ride. For real. What's going on? Good afternoon. Hello. Welcome in. Thank you and happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. For real. I get a little loud, y'all. You might want to cut the volume down a little bit, y'all. Lynette, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm thinking I need a poll, y'all. I can't do a poll here. Like, who would support the membership, y'all? Lynette, thank you to Watchman. How you doing? Spokane now is embezzling the money. 44. We got 44 million for the medical lake fire. They're giving nothing so far to the victims. That's what they do. They keep everything and take it all for themselves, whatever is left over. Hello, Rebecca Lynn. Hello, Misty from East Tennessee, y'all. Am I that far back? Yeah, I'm that far back, y'all. Thank you, Lynette. That means a lot to me. Thank you. It means a lot to the channel. Thank you for the support. Whew. I won't talk about my problems or any of that kind of crap, y'all. I'm feeling halfway better now. My back is doing a lot better, but we won't go into all that. Lynette, thank you. All right. Yeah, they embezzling that money, the Watchmen. What you think they're going to do? They're going to keep that money. Hello. We got 6 in the chat. I'm a little bit early today, I think. It's okay. I wouldn't care if I had 2 in the chat, y'all, because the 2 that are here means a lot to me, for real. Hello, Duttons. Laura K. Miss Laura K. Hello, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon. Rebecca Lynn, good to see you, ma'am. Good to see you. Welcome. Welcome. Hello, Miss K. Wim. Good afternoon. I reckon it's afternoon somewhere up there, y'all. Yeah, and thank you, Lynette. Thank you. There could be a celebration for things like that, y'all. I was trying to give a coaster away yesterday. Nobody could remember my P.O. box number, y'all. I put it out there a few times. I really have. Like, it's been a while, but yeah. I put it out there before, y'all. You got to remember that P.O. box next time, okay? I'm going to tell everybody that P.O. box right here, right now. Because the next time I go back, I want a winner. And the first one that knows this number, Miss K. Wim, thank you very much. Yes, y'all already got that number. It's in the chat, y'all. It's 192. I was going to put it in the chat for everybody to see. For real, I was. And I still did, y'all. Because I need a winner coming up soon. Yeah. Good to hear you back is doing better. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mike Smith. Gizmom. Hello and welcome in. I try to get it right, but I mess it up. I'm a little bit early for lunch break. I know that. Good to see you, Colin. Happy days in Scotland. My grandma, no more memberships. Maybe not for now. Something I'm going through. I didn't gain. I gained members, but I didn't gain as a channel. It's a scam. The way I see it, for real, it didn't really help me none in the long run. I'm not trying to take it all and run with it, but hey, to be honest, I'm telling you the truth. As a channel, I worked hard. I put a lot of hours in. I want to be able to function as a channel, and not be lacking, That's all I'm saying. I appreciate all the support I get. Thank you, Super King, Super King, Super King. Gen's mom, thank you. Y'all share me out if you want to. I mean, y'all know what I mean. Why do I even have to emphasize it? Because I know you know what I mean. I wouldn't just say it, y'all. As a channel, I've been lacking for years. I go out here and it has nothing to do with other channels and all that aren't lacking, For real. It's just, I mean, like, so many hours, so much time, so much study, and so much research. Try to put, things the good Lord shows me and the things I run into, whatever it might be, y'all. I mean, information out there and just putting a lot of time and effort. I mean, to be honest, memberships are a scam, It is. I'd rather support you through Super Chats. Thank you. Thank you. If I'm not asking, but I really appreciate it, y'all. Anything that the channel gets, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. It means a lot. And I mean, as far as memberships right now, I just don't have my eye on it. It was a scam for me, In the end, I'm sitting here putting a whole lot of time and effort and everything, y'all, trying to research and just put things together. Look, the membership didn't help me, not one bit. I put all the money, every $69 every month out of memberships. And it's the truth. And trying to put it into prizes and everything, I mean, if y'all can understand, I hope so. I hope so, I'll do to my best to explain it. I think I did, but yeah, I was always on the losing end, Just saying, y'all. We know. Yes, my live is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Let me check your channel here. Make sure I'm subscribed to you. I appreciate it. Yes, thank you. I appreciate you coming in, Gen's mom. Very lovely channel. Thank you. And I am subscribed. Let me put a heart in there to make sure you get my little comment, because that heart means love. Yeah, it does, y'all. And give you a little thumbs up and everything else. It takes time, y'all. But yeah, happy Friday. I need to play a Friday song. They're coming in, y'all. I can only hope. Yeah, a channel growing, y'all. I mean, a desire for a channel to grow. YouTube has held me back and taken away subscribers. And I just been through a lot. I mean, really, 11 months, and I know I can't really play catch up. I get it, y'all. But yeah, lacking. I just feel like, why should I lack? People become members and they'd be like, well, I pay for the membership every month. I mean, to be open and honest, I mean, it appears this way. That, be like, well, I pay for the members every month. What was it? The bottom one was $1.49. And I'm not asking for super chats or anything. I mean, y'all, look. And then most people be like, well, I pay for the membership every month. I don't give anything else during the month, I'll just straight out tell you, y'all. But anyway, yeah, the Bible, it teaches us to place our complete trust and faith in God rather than relying on our own strength. A lot of times we rely on other people to give us compliments and rely on our own strength, We got to trust in the good Lord, y'all. While modern culture promotes believing in yourself, Scripture warns that human self-reliance needs to pride, but trusting in God brings true strength and guidance. For some reason, I was led to go here this afternoon. Just want to let y'all know, it's Friday. Don't forget the good Lord, because it is Him that gives you the strength. And what does the Bible say about trusting God? Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not lean on your own understanding. To me, I've been weak in this department, I am as filthy as dirty rags. I've leaned on my own strength in the past. I have. I've been a teenager. I've been in my 20s, a young man. Throughout, I have failed the good Lord, and not completely put my trust. I knew He was always there. I knew that. But I trusted a lot of times in my own strength. And, He's the one that gave me the strength. Do not boast in your own wisdom or might, but boast in knowing the Lord. I've always said, even when I was in trouble in my 20s or whatever, just saying, I'm like, God is there. He's not going to let anything happen, That was always there in the back of my mind, even on my lips. Those who trust in themselves are fools. You can't trust other men and things, women or whatever, y'all. Trust in the good Lord. You can do all things through Christ who gives you strength. Meaning capability comes from Him, not yourself. Philippians 4:13. Psalm 139:14. You are fearfully and wonderfully made by God, which gives you the true value based on His work, not your own achievement. And I'll say one more here, Isaiah 41:10. God promises to strengthen and help you, so you do not need to fear. Not be ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ. I will not be ashamed of the good Lord. He is the reason why I'm still standing, y'all. Good afternoon. Hello, Sandra Martin. Nez Lover, good to see you all. XM Vibes, hello, how are you? Good to see you. Yes, Curious Georgia, thank you. Good to see you listening, sitting in traffic. I was waiting on a train the other day, y'all. Hello, Dr. Evals. How you doing, sir? And a lot of people's had to remind me of stuff like that, over time. I just want to remind anybody and somebody today. I request a quote. Nez Lover, Rudy Tootie. I remember you. Rudy, I am subscribed to you. I sure am. Let's turn you blue. You got 3,120. Please be nice in the chat, especially if you're blue. 'Cause you don't want to lose that blue, y'all. For real. I'm good to see y'all. Thank you. Rudy Tootie, yes. Turn you bluey. I enjoyed Floyd Bingo, Nez. For real. I was watching when y'all didn't know I was watching. Hello, Colin. Can I turn you blue? 'Cause you Irish, right? Hello, MMA Paradise. My grandma, she was Irish. So, yeah, I think I should be able to trust you. For real. Has nothing to do with trust, y'all. So what has God done for you? He got me right here in front of the screen. He gave me the strength to put the power and all the hours and everything to get my channel remonetized. He gave me the strength to raise 3 children and do the jobs I've done to collect paychecks, to put food on the table. Yes, he gave me knowledge to know and wake up to many things. I'm not completely a success story, but it is God who has brought me here today. You're always growing. You can never reach full maturity. But anyway, y'all, yes, Super Dave, I thank you. Yes, Floyd is very talented. He needs pray. He is still into New Age. Thank you, Super Dave. You're welcome. I'll give you a straight out answer, for real. Ain't nothing to beat around no bush about, y'all. Thank you, Lynette. Thank you. I can't say that enough because I love and appreciate all the help I get. It's not about me. It's about the channel. Yes, God give us not a spirit of fear. Let me go down here and I'm going to show you. All you got to do is open that good book up. But of power and love and self-control. Though an army encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. There was a time I had an army against me pretty much for no reason at all. One man on his own. What happened? God give me the strength. Kind of like the furnace. You remember the 3 that was thrown into the furnace? Showed no signs of burning or anything. Yes, here I am today. I'm not burned up. I walked through the fire. Have I not commanded you, be strong and courageous? Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Yeah, he'll never forsake you, that's for sure. He'll never leave you right when you think you're lonely and everything like that. Been there. Felt lonely. Felt fear. It's all gone. It is the good Lord that opened that door of peace as long as you walk through it, you know? It's Friday. And I want to keep bad words off my channel, even though I know it's imperative. Yeah. Every now and then, a video or something, I'm like, man, where'd that come from, y'all? I was watching that video, The Watchman, that you sent me, where they took the funds for these roads and these fires. I get it. They take the money for themselves. Data centers apparently are to help the rich. They're already rich. And it's going to harm the rest of us, you know? The water, the air, the heat, everything, the humming, the frequencies. There's people living near these data centers that's getting all kind of sick and everything, y'all. They're going to keep the money for themselves. Ain't no money helping us, you know, down here on the ground. They got all the money, y'all. Hello, Village. How you doing, Village? Food season. Good to see you. I hate to keep talking and miss anybody. They couldn't kill those fellas, so they finally let them go, I think. XM Vibes, thank you. Rebecca Lynn, thank you. And the Watchman, Nez Lover. Denise needs blue, Dave. Well, let me find Denise. Where is Denise Winterbottom? Hello, Denise Winterbottom. I'm going to turn you blue. Thank you very much, Miss Denise Winterbottom. We got 19 in the chat, y'all. And I'm sitting here just having a good time talking about the good Lord. Yes. I think by now everybody knows my testimony. Kind of like, you're going to have a testimony too, you know? Just trust in him, y'all. Hello, Creek Mary. And I know I run people out of here. Sometimes it's on purpose. People that can't relate. I know, look, if you've had hard times in your life and you're coming through, it is He that gave you the strength. He brought you without you even realizing it. You can say, oh, crap. You can say it all you want. But He is the reason you're breathing, that you got out of bed this morning. And He'll be the reason, whether if you accept Him or not, of what happens to your eternity and your salvation. I'm like, man, I feel better today, y'all. I do. I feel a lot better. Can't you all tell? For real. Somebody else come in? I appreciate it, Village. Good to see you. Hello to Bud Files. I can run people out of here on purpose, y'all. The ones that leave, I'm like, go ahead. We know you're not accepting, okay? It's all good, y'all. I can't force nobody to accept, neither would I try. This footage from Peru, I'm going to show one video. It's like all over the country. Peru, yeah, that had that earthquake. 6.7 hit yesterday. Powerful earthquakes seem to be becoming more and more frequent. This is absolutely terrifying. Why am I going to just show one? Because I don't want to sit here and drag everybody down, make you feel bad. I mean, but reality is happening out there, It really is, y'all. It's happening with all these earthquakes. The earth is moved in Colombia. Y'all wouldn't believe it. The videos I saw, the earth has moved. These earthquakes, and there's like water and mud coming out the ground. Hello, Jay Hart. Thank you. Coming out the ground big time. Water and mud. I mean, and we talk about what in Kentucky's been shaking a little bit, If there was a major earthquake over here like that again, like back in 1811, right? Yeah, it'd be water and mud coming out the ground. The Mississippi would have problems, the river. This little earthquake, not really. This is in Peru, y'all. I know most of us, 9 out of 10 of us, have no clue what it's like to be in an earthquake like that. Just saying. Thank you, Jay Hart. Thank you. I don't really do it for the money now, but it's good to be monetized because I don't need to be lacking anymore, y'all. God is good to me, and I appreciate all the help I get. It's not that I really don't want to do the membership. I'd love to. Let me find that super chat. I wanted to highlight it. Thank you, Jay Hart. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Let me read that. Hey, Dave. Busy working today, but thinking about all you folks. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. God bless. I really do, y'all. Thank you. Thank you very much. That is rocking, y'all. Thank you very much. I need to get back to the comment section. You have to go away from the comment section in order to flip around and play the video and all that stuff, y'all. You know what I mean? Thank you. Got to think it through a little bit. Hello, Tonette. Tonette's in the house. Nez Lover, thank you for all you do, for sharing me out. Jay Hart, Mike Smith, thank you very much for all you do. Y'all share me out. Y'all are a wonderful community, and I really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. The Watchman says, yes. Run people out of here on purpose. For real? Not you. People that don't want to hear it, you know. Should I end the live stream, y'all? Kiss, Georgia. I've been doing it for years. And fortunately, you all listen to me, you know. But the ones that don't want to hear it, I know the attitudes out there, y'all. I'm not talking about yours. I'm talking about people that reject the good Lord, y'all. You know, in the words, how they say, you know, Christians, you know, these things. I don't think there's anything wrong with being a Christian. I'm a God believer, that's for sure. If God calls me Christian, so be it. You know, the Bible has the Christian word in it, don't it? But anyway, yeah. To be a Christian don't mean you are part of a religion, does it? Do you have to be Catholic? Do you have to be Lutheran or Methodist or whatever it might, Presbyterian? And it goes on and 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 on, you know? You don't have to be a Mormon or a Jehovah's Witness or a Pentecostal holiness to be a Christian, do you? Just asking you questions, you know? That is all I'm asking, y'all. I could label myself Christian without saying I'm part of a religious establishment. Let's say, you know, to say Christian is God believing, that He has changed my life because I believed upon what He tells me. And I am definitely not perfect. I live in this world, just like the best Christian out there. They are as filthy rags when it comes to our Heavenly Father, you know? Because there is no sin anywhere around Him. But it's all around us. But anyway, we're adults here. I think y'all know what I'm saying. Yes. I've run on purpose. I've run them out of here like that, y'all. Here's the volcano. It erupted. But I want people to listen. It's their choice. If they don't want to listen, we'll run them out of here. I didn't know Ethiopia had volcanoes. The more you know. This volcano in Ethiopia is going off.
I think y'all better pay attention to what's going on. Because that volcano that erupted in Ethiopia hasn't erupted in 12,000 years. That shit was not supposed to happen. That volcano that erupted hasn't erupted since anybody on this earth lived on this earth. Mind you, this volcano just erupted out of the blue. So you telling me after 12,000 years, this shit just randomly erupted? Does that make sense to you? Villages completely dark. Numerous animals died. Ash shot almost 10 miles into the air. Mind you, this volcano is about 500 feet all the way up into the sky. This is the same volcano that erupted before the end of the Ice Age. This is the same volcano that erupted before You ain't just say what I just said, right? Mind you, 40 other volcanoes erupted simultaneously. Now jump down that rabbit hole. What just happened in Europe? That volcano that was in Europe, that shit erupted too. The earth is definitely giving signs right now, and those signs do not look good. And I heard somebody mention this, but do you remember what the prophet said about fire rising near the Red Sea? Where's Ethiopia? I see everybody worrying about what technology gonna do, but you gotta remember this. There were civilizations that lived before us, and they didn't have the technology we had. But it seems like they knew way more than what we did. And if those prophecies are true, this volcano erupting is not a good thing at all. Pay attention.
Volcano in Ethiopia, y'all, near the Red Sea. You know, just letting y'all know. A few more people came in. Hello, Fast Eddie. Thank you for coming in. No? Okay, well, thank you. Stack Stevenson, good to see you. Thank you, brother. Good to see you. Didn't know if you knew about that earthquake. Leslie Bosler, thank you. Good to see you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you all for coming today. Please hit that thumbs up. To those who will listen, hello, Super Dave. God bless everyone. I'm checking the chat, y'all. Thank you so much. Hello, Sheikah. It's Friday. How do you feel on this wonderful Friday? It's August 21st. I'm not here to preach the end of the world, y'all. Even though there's many things going on. You know, they're killing our environment. They're killing the sky. They're trying to kill the water. They're changing the food. A lot of things are happening, y'all. Like, do we live in the last days, you know? I'm no religion, believe there is a creator of all. Well, thank you very much, Stack Stevenson. Hope to see you in heaven one day, brother. For real. Hello, nature. Good to see you, ma'am. Thank you very much. All the way over there in India. Yes, God believers, y'all. God don't discriminate one bit, Lynette. No, he don't. I'm not trying to discriminate, but people, they put people like me down, you know? Like, why do you believe what you believe? How do you know you're blessed? You know, why aren't Christians? And they do have a good point. This is one of the points I wanted to make. Especially when it comes to this ideology. Where are the pastors? Where are these Christian leaders? Where is T.D. Jakes and Joel Osteen and any of these Christian leaders, okay? Christian, you know, Christian. Where are they at on this ideology that's invading our country? And I call, you know, Mr. President. Where are they all at? It's going to take, look, I believe we could overrun this ideology and just run them out of the country. You know, like these Christians are crazy, y'all. You got to get dramatic and radical, you know, as a Christian and be bold, y'all. And have these people scared to death, you know. I've heard there was a woman, you know, being raped one time. And she's calling on the name of Jesus and Jesus. Over and over and over and over and praying in Jesus. And this rapist didn't even really get far or anything. He was scared to death. So yeah, like we could overwhelm the bad with the good, you know. Just saying, y'all. I make it sound too smooth, but hey, it really could happen. Freak them out, you know. Start throwing crosses at them or something, you know. Get some holy water, you know. For real, but really, I wonder where are these Christian leaders, okay? And it ain't just T.D. Jakes and Joel Osteen. It's a lot of them. Jim Baker, they're out there on TV selling pancakes, you know. All they want is your money, you know, really. They don't. I mean, when it comes down, where Jesse Jackson, where are all of them? Pastors, Reverend, whatever. Where they at, y'all? Some religions are nothing more than cults. You're right, Stack Stevenson. I know that. Thank you very much, Nature. Thank you. I don't look, y'all. Make sure you get your dinner and everything that you need. Super Dave don't want to have anything that you can't actually. I should have a disclaimer, Anything that would cost you or anything, Just saying, y'all. But yeah, thank you very much, Nature Channel. Thank you. I was looking for it down here. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, ma'am. Today is the 9-year anniversary of the 2017 eclipse. Hello, Aaron Band Field Church. Good to see you. Thank you. Has it been that long? Aaron Church. I am subscribed to you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Not that I want to run anybody out of here. Look, y'all. People that, no matter how much you try to pour it in their head, some people you just can't get to, but we can keep trying. Yeah, just keep on trying, y'all. Make me believe, please. I'm not going to keep arguing about religion and Christianity or whatever. You will believe before your life is over, guaranteed. Because he always helps you get in a spot to where you are going to need him, Undoubtedly. Undoubtedly, okay? Yes. Not going to argue about it or anything. It's Super Dave's channel, y'all. Super Dave puts it the way he wants to put it. And I appreciate y'all coming in today. Hello, Darryl Calhoun. Good to see you. Thank you very much. The Michigander, hello. What are you running about? Don't pick on Colin too much. He will come around. Well, yeah, we'll get him to come around. I'm not trying to pick on him. I don't want to argue about it or anything. How many times have we drove past these cars and trucks on the highway, inches away? Who kept you from anything bad happening? You could have instantly been taken out, but you're still here. Yes, to talk about it. So the higher power is definitely working, in your favor. Just like he's working in my favor, y'all. Praying to God to reveal himself to you. Ask him. Curious Georgia. False prophets, Dave. Pastors and preachers don't even preach about the end times. To those who are listening, I think you're on to something there. Really. I think you're on to something, yeah. Makes a lot of sense. Some of these things I don't think about unless, y'all put it in the chat or whatever. I'm like, you waking me up to something, Every now and then I notice stuff, y'all. I just can't help it. For real. Because it's right there in the chat, Monkey, yes. I don't, and your mic is too loud. Cut it down a little bit more. We'll try that. Told y'all I get too loud. All right. Let me go over here. Let's look at these data centers. I cut it down a little bit. Because there was information I put out there. And it's Friday. I get it, y'all. But it don't change the fact about these data centers and stuff, too, Let me see what we got here. I don't even know what this is. Ain't that crazy, y'all? This is a major concern about data centers that are using closed loop cooling systems. It's not being talked about. There are a lot of chemicals being put into the water used in these systems. That water has to be flushed out every couple years. Whistleblowers say that the chemical water is being pushed into our streams and waterways and may have extremely limited cleaning requirements depending on the state that you live in. I'm getting whistleblowers on the inside saying that they're taking all that waste and they're just running it down into sewers. They're wanting to go to more closed cooling systems. And in those closed cooling systems, you are still going to be using chemicals. There's no regulations about every 2 years when you have to clean out a cooling system. Where are you going to throw all them chemicals? Taking polluted water and running it through the system and dumping it into a river and it flows downstream, that will have a natural dilution, would resolve this issue. And it's not. Even if it's a closed cooling system, that water that's recycling in there, eventually they have to clean those systems. They have to release that water. And are there any regulations to look at what chemicals aren't in that water before we release it into the environment and just create another pollution issue? Right now, it's a free-for-all out there. It's not a complete free-for-all. It depends on the states and general federal regulations. Discharges from cleaning, blowdown, or maintenance are subject to environmental rules. A lot of these companies and data centers or whatever, where are they going to put the water? What regulations? There should be compliance reporting, but whistleblowers are saying none of this is being followed. They're saying it's a free-for-all, and the data centers are just planning on the chemicals being diluted as they flow down our waterway. Which we've discussed and talked about this a little bit before, y'all. But I think I still have a little bit more information on all this. Just to let y'all know.
I'm getting whistleblowers on the inside saying that they're taking all that waste and they're just running it down into the sewers. They're wanting to go to more closed cooling systems. And in those closed cooling systems, you still are going to be using chemicals. There's no regulations about every 2 years when you have to clean out a cooling closed system, where are you going to throw all of those chemicals? My dad's a mechanical engineer, and he used to always tell me, remember this, Aaron, the solution to pollution is not dilution. And I often wonder if that's what they think. Taking polluted water and running it through a system and dumping it into a river and it flows downstream that will have a natural dilution would resolve the issue. And it's not. Even if it's a closed cooling system, that water that's recycling in there, eventually they have to clean those systems. They have to release that water. And are there any regulations to look at what chemicals aren't in that water before we release it into the environment and just create another pollution issue? Right now, it's a free-for-all out there.
This is something I don't think a lot of people realize is these closed loop water systems, they're not just putting water in these systems. They're putting a whole array of chemicals in this water to stop things like corrosion and microbes and growths and things like that. So it is not just water. And every so often that water does need to be flushed. So when they say, oh, we're using X amount of tens of millions or hundreds of millions of gallons of water, they're not using it one time. That water has to be flushed. And sometimes it can be every 1 to 3 years for HVAC systems. Data centers are going to be a little bit different. But again, it is every few years that they're going to have to do this. So the thing that they're saying is that all that water is just going to be flushed into our streams and waterways, and there's not going to be any regulations. Well, there is regulations. They are subject to environmental rules. But what the whistleblowers are saying is that it's a free-for-all. So just note that there are some regulations. It varies by state, but the whistleblowers are saying that nobody really cares. It's all just being flushed downstream, and they're relying on water dilution. So So how big is this issue? It is very big. The amount of data centers in America is crazy. Just listen to this. I saved this is from the same interview. I saved this earlier, and it's a good thing I did because you guys need to know.
How long ago did you start this?
10 weeks ago.
Just 10 weeks ago?
10 weeks ago.
And I want to give you an introduction before we go too far.
I'm sorry, I just jumped
I
right
think
into
did I
it.
read like you had like 7,000 something submissions?
12,000 submissions. I updated the map last night and we've now pinned 8,000 submissions. So we read each submission and we vet its location, and some people won't have their zip codes in there, or we can't find it, or it's a solar farm with a data center coming, but it's not there yet. So we read each one. So we're a little behind because we're reading it and we're a small group and vetting them. But we're now over 8,000, if not possibly 9,000 pinned on the map. And you just you can't even see most of America. There's just so many data centers going in everywhere.
So this lady is mapping all the data centers in America, and just in a few weeks, they're up to nearly 10,000.
And they're not stopping. I hope the microphone is better now. Hope I'm not too loud. Let me get over here where I'm looking at stuff. Yeah, that link is a short to the solution to the data center problem. Super Dave, check out the video first before you put it up to make sure that you think it's appropriate or not. I don't understand, but you pay for bottled water. I had proof earlier. Let me see. I don't know, but yeah. That they put in a type of antifreeze in the Great Value water, y'all, at Walmart. But yeah, I don't want to sicken y'all. Don't drink the Great Value. I'm like, man, where'd I put that video, y'all? But let's go over here. I'm going to keep going about this stuff because I think we're going to strike on something that most people don't even know about. Just saying. We get froze up over here a little bit, so hope I'm not froze up at the screen. I'm trying to look. Yeah. Let's see what we got here. You remember me talking about the other week, data centers are driving up PFAS, forever chemical pollution. We got 10 in the chat, y'all. Thousands of drinking water wells in North Carolina have already been contaminated with PFAS linked to semiconductor manufacturing, as have streams in our county recently. PFAS are also used in data center cooling and fire suppression systems. It's actually worse than what's being reported. More than 7,000 drinking wells contaminated have been found in recent analysis tied to data center supply chains. This is in North Carolina, one state away from me. Other results put private well impacts at over 11,000 across 10 counties. This is not speculative. North Carolina DEQ has consent orders, expanded sampling requirements, replacement water provisions, and ongoing monitoring tied to the plant. The contamination has been confirmed to be affecting soil, groundwater. I believe I brought this up and I didn't have any documentation or any proof on a screen or anything like that. I had lost that too. I lose a lot of stuff, y'all.
Data centers are driving up PFAS, forever chemical pollution. Thousands of drinking water wells in North Carolina have already been contaminated with PFAS linked to semiconductor manufacturing, as have streams in our county recently. PFAS also is used in data center cooling and fire suppression systems.
This video really doesn't go over exactly how many wells are being contaminated by data centers with forever chemicals. More than 7,000 drinking
I appreciate it, Mike Smith. Thank you.
water wells are contaminated, and they're linked to data center supply chains. Other counts are putting private wells being impacted at over 11,000 wells across 10 different counties in reporting. So this is a massive, massive issue. And that segment really didn't do a justice of how many people are being impacted by this. And also keep in mind that this is just in North Carolina. And it's confirmed right here that this is not speculation. North Carolina has consent orders, expanded sampling requirements, replacement water provisions, and ongoing monitoring tied to this plant. So this is all confirmed. They're not just saying this, it's actually confirmed.
Yeah, this is actually confirmed. They're just not saying this. Well, if these wells are contaminated and the runoff from data centers and streams and creeks and all that, everything, all the water eventually will be contaminated. Inverting the water, contaminated water have no life in it. All these things, y'all. Water has oxygen, and a lot of the oxygen is the reason why water has life. Hello, Face to Ace. Good to see you, brother. Thank you. Appreciate you coming in, hitting that thumbs up. I feared that I missed somebody, y'all. The love of money is the root of all evil. Yes, Sheikah, it is. I'm just continuing what I do. I could go live 20 times a day, and I don't. I don't have the love of money. I want to see my channel do better. I don't want to run people out of here that don't believe in God. People that are argumentative, argumentative about God and, the blessings and these type of things, y'all. That's people that don't want to listen, I think a lot of times people misunderstand what I'm saying. I mean, a lot of people can understand it, but some people out there just don't get it. I'll say something and I'm like, I said the wrong thing for some unknown reason. And it's not even the wrong thing, I'm like, what did I say, y'all? But anyway, yeah, who cares, right? For real. It's Friday, y'all. And I think I've messed up my live stream somehow, one way or the other, y'all. I don't know what's going on, but yeah. I don't try to tell nobody nothing that ain't true. I know where I've been with that. Yeah, talk a little bit more about data centers, y'all. I don't want you to lose your patience. I don't want to lose mine. It's all good. Because God's got this, I'm only human. All right, y'all. Data centers. Yeah, it's crazy, y'all. Virginia residents are breathing emissions from 10,000 diesel generators. And it's worse inside the buildings. I received word from a family member with insider knowledge yesterday that due to how hot the water they use to cool down their data centers it actually begins to vaporize, releasing unimaginable concentrated amounts of toxic water treatment chemicals into the atmosphere. And now the Washington Post has confirmed it. This infrastructure boom is a direct threat to human life. Do I need to? The Washington Post has confirmed it. I'm going to enlarge this. Here we go. This infrastructure boom is a direct threat to human life. As data centers boom, Virginia's breathed the exhaust of 10,000 diesel generators. Pollution from generators at data centers could cause respiratory systems and deaths in the region. Believe that. I could keep reading and reading and reading stuff, y'all. I could click that link. Look at the steam coming off this data center. The pollution, the exhaust. Well, you Super Dave chemicals Look, chemical plants, they put out a lot of steam and everything too, y'all. But this is heating up, the atmosphere and apparently inside these data centers. And yeah, it's a direct threat to human life. Let me go back here and show you this one more time, just in case you didn't get it. Look it up. The Washington Post has confirmed this infrastructure boom is a direct threat to human life. What about the animals? What about all life? Which humans should be able to run the show. God put it in our hands. And apparently, the ones with all the money is just wrecking the earth, And not only that, putting humans at risk. And the human population is just part of depopulation. Maybe they know it'll kill off a whole lot of people, Depopulation, y'all. Yeah, the boom for data centers are increasing and more every day. No worry for human life. It's good to see some people come back in. Shahai Kitchen Vlogs, hello. Hello, face and face. Good to see you. Thank you. Shahai Kitchen Vlogs, thank you. Face the Ace Explorer, that's your backup channel. Jay Hart, thank you for coming in and all your beautiful help. You have a wonderful day. I'm going to try to keep from putting my foot in my mouth, y'all. If y'all came in for music today, I see right now I wasn't trying to do karaoke or party. It's a little bit too early for a party. But I'm going to go a little bit longer. You're welcome, my friend. Thank you. Because I can't follow and track any of this stuff. I'm just using a little bit of knowledge that I have, trying to put this together, because I believe that data centers, the reason they put them on the West Coast, the reason they got them all in between, the reason they got them on the East Coast, the reason they got them in the South, the reason they got them in every state, up here in Utah, right up here on the borderline, aquifers and these waters, I believe they're inverting the water. I just believe that. They're turning the water against all of us. I don't think it's going to work out for us in the end, How much water does AI really need? Data centers consume massive amounts of water and the chemicals used to cool them. Chemicals that can create another environmental problem. Are we paying attention to what happens to the water after it's used? A subject I've kind of hit on, but not, because I don't think I'll ever be able to finish and completely talk about what it's doing, because it's kind of like an ever-growing thing, something that we need to figure out before it's too late. Let's say, we don't know. We're on uncharted grounds, uncharted territory, whatever you want to say. Data centers are new, and the antifreeze, we know what that would do to the environment, what it would do to the water.
When you look at some of these big data centers, they could need as much as 1 million to 5 million gallons of water a day, depending on the square footage and how many GPUs that they have in there. But then you got to worry about putting in a scale inhibitor, because the water that they're bringing in, they're not purifying it. You were talking about like the aquifer, right? The same aquifer that Timmy up the street dug a 400-foot well. I'm not on city water. I don't need to worry about the data centers. That aquifer is getting depleted. Doesn't matter whether you're on well or city water, the water's running. So then you've got to look at things like bromine or antimicrobial chemicals because they don't want there to be algae or they don't want there to be a bacteria growth on their precious GPU. So now they're putting in these extra chemicals. And where do you think it goes, Seth? You think they're just putting it right into a water management facility? Are they building a 600-mile aquifer to the treatment facility, or are they just letting that water run off and get back into the aquifer? So they're running this water out, and now everybody that lives near a data center where they're using ethanol glycol or if they're using propylene glycol as a cooling system leaks into the water.
You hear what he's saying? These chemicals? Yeah, these are dangerous chemicals, y'all. Let me unshare that right there. Stop sharing that screen. I won't keep y'all much longer. Because maybe I put my foot in my mouth and I didn't mean to. Are we fixing to have war? We're getting warnings now. Yeah, we're getting warnings about nuclear war. How many states? I don't know right now. In one of these videos, I believe. Yeah, I just showed you that, so we have to go back to the other screen here. Yeah. So much clicking to do, y'all. Why they don't make it no easier than this? Click, click, click on this, click on that. But I feel good today, and I'm able to put the information out there. Are we fixing to have war? Pentagon warnings, nuclear could reach U.S. cities. How to prep now. And yes, y'all know I'm going to stay on these data centers. I'm going to stay on a lot of stuff. I might go around in circles a lot, you know. Talk about data centers. Talk about the water. Talk about the depopulation and the Great Reset. And all these things, y'all. Nuclear war, is this something that we need to worry about?
Nuclear attacks on U.S. soil. And again, for those of you that are hopping on a little bit late that missed it, let's go ahead and cover for you the 15 cities that they are saying are the primary targets if things were to erupt. And they're saying at this point it would be World War III.
15 cities they're talking about. And I know y'all probably got a good idea which ones they are. Is this propaganda? Are they naming cities that might not be? And it could be cities that they didn't name, you know? Just saying, you know? Asking questions once again. Listen for the 15 cities they're talking about.
And again, for those of you that missed it, those top 15 cities that they're saying to be on the lookout for is Great Falls, Montana, Cheyenne, Wyoming, Ogden, Clearfield, Utah, Shreveport, Louisiana, Honolulu, Hawaii, Omaha, Nebraska, Colorado Springs, Colorado, Albuquerque, New Mexico, Washington, D.C., Seattle, Washington, San Francisco, California, Houston, Texas, Chicago, Illinois, Los Angeles, California, and New York City, as they're saying that there is concerns about attacks on the U.S. homeland with potential nuclear attacks coming from our adversaries. And that is why also we're hearing that there are warnings coming out of potential attacks on U.S. soil. I shared with you just 4 days ago, take a look here. Pentagon warns that future wars may hit U.S. soil as direct military threats grow. And one of those threats we heard was the threat of...
Thank y'all very much for hanging in there. I appreciate it. I know who's loyal to the channel. I do, y'all. I know who stays or who goes. A lot of times I know people's got to work. I know there's things going on. Yeah. But sometimes I have to leave streams, you know. It just happens. Sometimes we got to do what we got to do and go and get out there and do it, you know. Yeah, let me show you this. Maybe I put my foot in my mouth a lot today, y'all. I can come back and party tonight. Everybody want to party? I'll party. It's got to be clean fun, though, y'all. Duke Energy made nearly $5 billion last year in profits. Lynette, thank you. God bless. Let me go back over here. Because what's more important is more important, y'all. Thank you so much. I really do. I don't know how many. I can say it all day long, y'all. But you don't know. I really, really do appreciate the help. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lynette. Thank you. I'm debating whether if I want to start the membership back. I've talked about it a lot. But yeah, and I was like last, year, when I did talk about it, I talked about, maybe doing away with it. So it's still debatable. I want to be able to take a poll and see what all the people think about it. Thank you so very much for your support. I really appreciate it. Much love to you and everyone. Duke Energy made nearly $5 billion in profit last year. Net income available to common stockholders, $4.9 billion in 2025. Duke Energy's own full year earnings report. Click that link right there. I don't want to do that. It'll take me away. Meanwhile, North Carolinians are staring at higher electric bills, while Duke builds out the grid for data centers. They pocket the billions. We get the rate pressure. Make the tech giants pay their own freight instead of shifting costs onto regular folks. The video is worth watching. 3-minute video. Let me read the chat before I play this video. Not everything will be destroyed, and there will be still a lot of people around, the ones that make it through. I would love to be green again. I would love for you to be green again, too. Can you be blue and stand there for a while? I don't feel... Look, y'all... You go with what you know. But I do appreciate y'all's help. And I was trying to have a winner yesterday. Maybe over the weekend we'll get a winner, y'all. Colin Good, thank you. Appreciate you coming in. I really do. Jesus coming to reset everything. Super Dave State, of course. Much love to your family. Thank you, Sheikah. Thank you. If you always go with what, everybody wants, your success to your channel may not be what you want, expecting and all that. I know y'all are the subscribers and you're helping me and everything like that. I mean, it's growing my channel. It's big time, y'all. This is wonderful for me. But I just been set back so many times.
Hey, Duke Energy, why does my bill keep going up? I know I'm not the only person who's looked at their power bill wondering what happened.
This message is for Jeff Jackson, the North Carolina Attorney General. Jeff, my Duke Energy bill for the month of August is $200 for a one-bedroom apartment that is 780-something square feet.
All right, Duke Energy Part 3, and the plot thickens. It just leaves me with more questions. Okay, because I had to print it out to show my husband because this was laughable to us. So this is from Thursday. So Thursday, it says that our peak hours were between 1 and 2 o'clock a.m. Now we, like most of you, are asleep during then. Okay, moving on.
Duke Energy, you got a lot of freaking nerve.
So I just got my bill for the month, and I'm sitting here and I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, boy, every single month my bill goes up. And then I start picking it apart. So I'm looking at my statement right now, and it shows the hours through the day when you use the most electricity. So it just happens to show mine, and I click on every 30 minutes. I want a 30-minute breakdown. You know when it says we use the most electricity in our house? Of all the hours of the day, when I'm up working, laundry's going, stuff's running, the kids are running stuff. I got air purifiers going in the day. Everything's going during the day. No. That's not when we use the most. When we use the most is between 11:30 p.m. and midnight.
Anyone want to tell me why I just checked my email and I'm going to have to take out a literal loan to pay my Duke Energy bill? I'm in shock. For a one-bedroom apartment, one person, it's like double the price of...
This message is for Duke Energy and Duke Energy only. Why is my bill $335? And tell me why it was $345 last month. What? I literally live in a 1,700 square foot house. Like, it's not a huge house at all. I have not touched air to be like any different. But almost $350 2 months in a row.
My Duke Energy bill. Okay. Duke Energy, y'all will pay for your sins. You will pay for your sins. I keep my lights on. How are y'all coming up with these freaking numbers? It doesn't make sense. There is no way I should be paying this much money for energy every freaking month. No. But anyway, I just got Chipotle. I'm gonna enjoy it. Duke Energy, you will.
Am I the only one where my Duke Energy bill is insanely high? I'm not doing anything different than what I do every month or last year this time. My Duke Energy bill is usually, I would say maybe $80 to $150. My bill was $234. What are y'all basing this off of? And then they send you this chart of what the bill consists of, and it makes no sense. What's going on?
What is going on, y'all? Duke Energy. I'm still suspicious of them letting water loose in western North Carolina. I don't feel like all that water came from a hurricane and rain in one spot. I mean, 20, 30, 40-foot waves going through communities. A lot of water. And Duke Energy around the time admitted to releasing water. I think they're responsible and they should be held responsible. But anyway, they're raising electric bills and all that. They seem to be irresponsible as a electric company or whatever. They just, it's the money. You always follow the money, y'all. You know what I mean? Always follow that money. Because that's what rules the world. Let me see this here. Major earthquakes going off 3 times a week. I called it a year in advance, but scary people say I was spreading fear. Hell, I always tend to call these things in advance. You could say I've been paying attention for a while. I did have this last thing here, and I'll play a song on the way out, y'all. I've talked a lot. I don't think I can actually sing it. So, yeah. Maybe I'll come back tonight or something, you know. Do a little bit of Friday celebration or partying or whatever you want to do. Or maybe I'll do it this weekend. But let me run this last little video. Something huge is on the horizon. With all these earthquakes, the earth is changing. I don't have to keep repeating it. The water, the ice and snow and the weather, hail, up to how many inches of hail never seen before, you know. Something on the earth and in the earth is changing. It is, especially with these earthquakes and these frequencies and just whatever else, things that we may not even know that's happening. The things we know about, just imagine the things we probably don't know about.
Uh-oh. The Earth is getting ready for something massive. Let's get into it. It's just ridiculous what's going on. these people caught a video of the freaking earth opening up right in front of them. And they're not happy about it, as you hear. But did you know that another volcano has just erupted while this is happening? Not Etna, it's not Japan, it's literally one in Guatemala. What in the world? There's a lot of preparedness stuff going on, a bunch of evacuations happening with citizens. You know, a couple days ago, I pointed out the Ring of Fire, how active and crazy it was. And people had the nerve to tell me, oh, that's normal. I also showed you a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, that the electrons, there was so much electric in the air on the earth. And we start talking about, you know, California off the coast, the undersea volcano might erupt. And then, of course, we talk about Yellowstone picking up its activity and what that could mean. You get it? All these things are happening at the same freaking time. And all of this is just the tip of the iceberg. Hit the bookmark to catch the next video. And let me know what you think below.
There you go. The land is moving with a lot of these earthquakes. I believe I showed that one. How much water does AI really need? Let me go over here and click this. There's so many clicks to do. I don't want to show this. It's a bad accident. A bad accident. When your car breaks down, don't stay in the road. Get off the road. I've watched a lot of people stay on the road. Bad things can happen, y'all. Get out the road. I don't just get out the road past the white line. I get over on the grass. Because bad things can happen, y'all. Did somebody else come in? The real David. You live in Southern California. Trust me, it's no fun. Hello, Soul 7 Music. I was in Big Bear in 92 during the Big Bear Landers earthquake, and it was no joke. It destroyed so many homes. Well, thank you for coming in, Soul 7 Music. I made this a little bit, hello, Rue Yeti. A little bit informative today. I didn't exactly go with the party throwing today because information is important, y'all. And I could have talked about the invasion. There are some changes and things happening. We'll talk about it later. I don't want to keep beating a dead horse, as I keep saying, because people, I don't know if so many people know how deep this goes, you know. How, let's say, it could turn out for the worse, a bad outcome, you know. Which I look at the bad side of things. I wish there was a good side of it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I wish there was a good side to this invasion. For real. What invasion, Super Dave? $200 for one bedroom apartment? That ain't bad for a month. That's cheap. For real. Your light bill shouldn't be even that much, you know. And hopefully you don't have Duke Energy, y'all. You're so awesome, Super. Thank you, Soul 7. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Hey, Dave, why am I still? Well, you don't come in that often, do you? Let me play this song, y'all. I got to go. I don't, but I'm going to go anyway because I'm talked out. Gonna get my groove on. It's Friday. All night long. It's Friday. Hit that thumbs up for me, y'all. It's Friday, baby. A little bit of fun, y'all. It's Friday. Groove on. It's Friday. It's Friday. Mr. DJ. Yeah. You deserve it. Have a good time. Every dime. It's Friday. Get my groove on. It's Friday. Till the break of dawn. Friday. All right, y'all. It's Friday. Y'all have a good